What's up guys, STG Ghost here. Everybody's saying Jackal is basically confirmed for Operation Silent Descent, but after watching the teaser again, I think everyone missed one huge clue at First, I thought this season came down to one simple question. Is Ubisoft balancing the roster, or are they balancing the gameplay? But after spotting something new, I think there's an even stronger theory. Let's break it down. The way I see it, Ubisoft has two different options when choosing the next operator. The first option is roster balance. This is what most of the community has been looking at, including me. You simply count the number of attackers and defenders already in the game, then you add whichever side needs another operator. That's exactly why so many people have been predicting another defender. It keeps the roster balanced, but here's where things get interesting. The second approach is gameplay balance. This is something I don't think enough people are talking about. Ubisoft doesn't always have to balance the game by numbers. Sometimes they care more about how matches actually play. If they believe the game would benefit more from another attacker, but they're going to add another attacker, even if the numbers aren't perfectly even. And if that's the direction they're taking, everything changes. If Ubisoft is focused on gameplay balance, then Jackal immediately becomes one of the strongest candidates. Think about it. The season is called Operation Silent Descent. The teaser talks about something stirring beneath the surface, a new threat, something you can't see. Now think about Jackal. His entire gadget is built around tracking footprints, hunting enemies, and exposing players who think they're safe. That lines up surprisingly well with the theme of this season. Now, does that mean Jackal is confirmed? Absolutely not, but it does explain why so many people believe he's coming. There's actually a solid argument behind the theory. But then, I watched the teaser one more time, and that's when I noticed something that completely changed my prediction. At the very end of the teaser, you can clearly see an AUG. Now, most people probably ignored it. It's just a weapon, right? Maybe not. Ubisoft has a history of hiding clues in the reveal trailers. Sometimes it's a gadget, sometimes it's a symbol, and sometimes it's the operator's weapon. Here's why that's important. According to previous Rainbow Six mobile leaks and game files, Wamai uses the AUG as one of his primary weapons. So if Ubisoft intentionally showed that weapon at the very end of the teaser, that could be one of the biggest hints we've seen so far, and honestly, it makes a lot of sense. Wamai also fits from a roster balance perspective. He's a defender, which helps keep the roster more balanced, but more importantly, he brings a completely different defensive playstyle. Unlike Jaeger, who destroys incoming projectiles, Wamai's magnet gadget catches grenades and other throwables, then redirects them to a different location. That forces attackers to completely rethink how they use their utility. It's unique, it's tactical, and it would be a great addition to Rainbow Six Mobile. So here's where I stand. If Ubisoft is prioritizing gameplay balance, Jackal is still a very strong possibility, but if that AUG was placed in the teaser intentionally, then Wamai has officially become my #1 prediction. Now I do want to make one thing clear. Nothing is confirmed. This is still just a theory based on the teaser, previous leaks, and Ubisoft's history of leaving clues. But when you put everything together, like I said, the roster balance, and the gameplay argument, or the leaked loadout, and now the AUG appearing in the teasers, I honestly think Wamai has the strongest case we've seen so far. Now I want to hear what you guys think. Who do you think we're getting on August 11th? Jackal, Wamai, or do you think Ubisoft is about to surprise all of us with someone completely different? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and turn on notifications. I'll be covering every teaser, every leak, every data mine, and every official announcement leading up to launch. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.